What's the craziest night in bed you ever had? My husband confessed to liking peeing and we decided to try. Worst mistake of my life. I was honestly shocked when he told me his was into the idea of butt stuff and wanting to try it. He's a very old-fashioned and masculine man's man, so not the type at all you'd imagine would be into such things. I figured, why not? I've seen him F me, it doesn't look hard and I'm not the one taking it. Thankfully he dropped the idea of being in my butt years ago, so why not? Well, we went to the intimacy store, bought a strap, bondage gear and plenty of liquids and gave it a shot. Well, it was hard to ease it into him, but we finally got it in there. He seemed happy, and once he loosened up I really started going to town on him. He was tied down and had a ball gag in. Which is new, but it's what he wanted. It was hard getting it into him at first, but eventually we got there and I started getting into it and really went to town on him. He was moaning really loud and had multiple orgasms from what I could tell, but then eventually he shook his head to tell me it was time to stop. So I slowly pulled out the strap-on and liquid poop came gushing out of him like a river. All over our beautiful bed, our sheets, the intimacy towel we laid down, and my legs and feet. It wouldn't stop coming out of him, so I did the only thing I could think of. I shoved the strap-on back in to stop the flow and made him scream loudly behind his ball gag and really only made it slowly leak out. Then I threw up, all over his back and ass, and he threw up all over the ball gag and nearly choked on his own vomit, but thankfully I was able to release it so he could breathe, but of course he continued gagging and vomiting, as did I, until we were both done. We both were in tears, crying and in shock. He weakly asked me to untie him, so I wiped the poop and vomit off of my hands and I did then slowly pull the strap-on out of his still leaking asshole. We both stood there for a moment still crying and gagging occasionally. He said, "What do we do?" I told him, let's just say F it and strip everything. Throw it out and clean it as best we can. We both jumped in the shower to hose ourselves off, then I opened the bedroom door to get garbage bags. Our dog was at the door and missed us, so he rushed into the bedroom and before I could stop him immediately started licking up the diarrhea, vomit, lube and cum mixture. This of course caused my husband and I to painfully gag and dry heave more. I grabbed the dog and sent him outside and we got everything into bags, took off the mattress protector to wash it and threw the bags into the trash, cleaned the carpet where it spilled. Then showered again and brushed our teeth and remade the bed and sprayed air freshener and lit candles. During the whole process, which took hours, we both broke down and cried multiple times. We went to sleep without ever saying a word to each other and barely said anything to each other this morning before work. I haven't seen him yet, but I don't know what he's feeling or if we're okay in our marriage now. I honestly am so disgusted still by the whole experience and I don't know if I can ever bring myself to do that again.